Hi guys, this is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a bright pink eye look and minimal makeup. So we're going to start with this primer, the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer. And you will notice that it does give my face quite a bit of, not, and I don't want to say shine, but just kind of an all over glow. And you really have to smooth it out because you don't want any patchiness, you don't want any spots that are overly sparkly. So rub it out, and of course prior to this I did moisturize. So next I am going in with my Omega Marc Jacobs Perfect Tan Bronzer. I know this seems so backwards, but I am doing minimalist makeup today, no foundation, and you'll find that this still seems to give you some coverage. So this bronzer, it is the shade Tan-Tastic, and for my skin tone, it really isn't that dark at all. So it almost acts like a powder foundation, if that makes sense. So I'm using my Sigma F30 large powder brush to apply this bronzer. And I only put on a small layer, of course, the areas where the sun would hit me first. And next we're going in to do brows. So I do brows on camera this time. I start with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Whiz in medium brown. And here I'm filling in any of the sparse areas of my eyebrow. And I also kind of define it and shape the eyebrow, especially on the top. So I just fill in every other area with these small hairline strokes, and then I brush it out with the other spoolie end. And this gives the most natural appearance. So now we're just doing the other eyebrow. Again, we're brushing that eyebrow out with a spoolie. And then once I've brushed it out and I notice that there are any more areas that need to be filled in, I just go back in with the pencil. And I also like making some hair-like strokes at the front of each of my brows. So I just draw, like I flick the little brow whiz up right at the beginning just to make it look like I've got some more hair there. And then we go over the eyebrow with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel to set them in place and just make sure that all of the hairs are going in the same direction. Okay, so next we're going in with blush. This is my Tarte Blush Bliss blush palette. It's such a tongue twister. And I'm using my favorite blush brush, which is my F10 powder blush brush. Oh. And I put a little bit of blush on my chin and my nose just to balance out the rest of my face. But I tend, instead of swiping the brush, I tend to just kind of spot it on my face to blend it in properly. And here I am using my Tarte Shape Tape as a lid primer. So this is the shade 34S Medium Sand, and I'm using a Sigma E37 all over blend brush to blend out this concealer just to make sure that I am able to have a nice thin layer all over my lid. And so I put this on my upper lid, and then I noticed that it's really bright, and I was really trying not to wear any makeup, but my under eyes are still so dark, so I decided to go in a little bit with the brush and just give my under eyes a little bit of coverage here. Normally, if you guys have been here for any length at all, you will notice I tend to reach for my e.l.f. color corrector before going in with concealer, and today I just wanted to, again, to keep it very minimal. So I'm just blending like crazy here, and I actually don't even set my under eye because I've only applied a very thin layer. And normally I don't, if I'm not putting on foundation or concealer, I tend not to even put a lid primer on before shadow. And today I really wanted to do that because the bright shadow that I'm using, a lot of times it moves up your eye. Like you'll notice if you close your eyes or if you're just, having a normal day, a lot of times the shadow will kind of shift upwards toward your eyebrow. So I really wanted it to stay in place. I'll show you a trick after for what I've done to fix that. So now I'm taking my Sigma E25 blending brush and applying this shadow. So this is from the BH Cosmetics Aurora Lights palette, and the shade Magic is going on the inner portion of my eye, and the outer corner I've added Fluorescent, and you can't honestly really notice much of a difference. I think Magic has more of a purple undertone and Fluorescent is just this beautiful, gorgeous, bright pink color. And I did get inspiration from my kimono. You will see that this pink shade perfectly matches the pink flowers in my kimono. And I love this, and I think it's just literally an eye popper. I think if you focus on one feature with one color, it's so pretty. So I'm just blending these shades together, and I did add MAC Fix Plus to my brush to get the shade to really have its maximum color payoff. So we do need to wait for the eyeshadow to dry before we blend it into the crease a little bit. So I am taking the Sigma Tapered Blending E35 to just smooth out the edges into the crease. And then once I am happy with that, we do go in and highlight the inner corner of the eye. So I am taking my Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette, and I decided to use the light pink shade because it would match better with the shadow, of course. So I put a little bit on the inner corner of my eye, and I am using a Sigma E30 pencil brush here. And next we go in with mascara. So I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Feline mascara in Blackest Black, and then my Glossier lip gloss in Coconut. And then I decided to actually use my Avon setting spray just to my eyes to make sure, that is kind of the trick, to make sure your shadow doesn't shift. And then for an all over kind of glow on my face, I use my Morphe setting mist. That is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this. Please give the video a thumbs up. We'll see you guys all next time. Take care.